Well, we're back and we're ready to go. Map number 2, a nail biter for map number 1, but we're finally here. A little bit of a reset, but we are on the map pick of Timbermen to see if they can bring things to the distance, or BHOP can pull the upset with a 2-0. Last battle and bring this through.
Straight up the ramp for Timbermen. They're definitely feeling the heat after dropping a stunner of a streak on Nuke and losing it out 16-14. Trying to right the ship this time around. The bomb is potentially going down. They were trying to wait for potential nades or incendiaries, but nothing comes to be. Shane gets off the bomb plant yet again, a third attempt at it, and he finally goes down. For this 5v5 retake, it's definitely primed and ready.
Yeah, there it is coming through. Still no kits now available here for the CTs. Penguin does get the dualies to work. Actually takes down Snap to 1 HP. I can't believe it doesn't make the connection, but Andrew's not able to get anything more done. It's Kel now that's able to pick up 2 in conjunction here with Frankie, and that's a pistol gained for Timbermen.
Well, it felt like a game of chicken there. Who was willing to pull away? And Shane luckily gets the bomb down unscathed. Dare watching that left side hull peek immediately. Shuts it down. And although Snap goes down to 1 HP, Kel does very good at the bottom of Crane to secure themselves that first round. You know, the T side of Timbermen on Vertigo is one that can get very ugly very fast for the opposing side. And some of these entries just turn into complete stomps. And we're looking to see if Timbermen can bounce back and send us to a third. A reminder that Ancient is waiting in the wings.
Yeah, if need be. I mean, this is going to be the third map, right? I mean, this is a map where we talked about BHOP, not a lot of big experience on in comparison to what we've seen for Timbermen, 9 versus 1 games in terms of the officials. But, I mean, the last time we saw BHOP play this was way back when they were even an advanced team. So this is, it's been some time.
Yeah, definitely a step up in competition against the likes of a Timberman. Andrew is able to get 1 kill back. Gets rid of his counterpart of Dare. And now with all this ramp control, Timbermen are just willing to have some cross smokes drop it onto the east site, get the bomb down, and play out this retake. They've got a nade on Penguin. So that should be deployed as soon as Shane taps the bomb. He actually commits to it, and both him and Kel take significant damage.
A little bit of damage, yeah. So now we can see that both these players are low. I mean, 2 of them 55. Not a good sight. Smoke coming in here for the CTs to get themselves across. Right in front of the bomb, and there's Penguin now trying to see what he can find with this dig. These T's are just kind of waiting things out, making the shots hit, and there we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, please. And now it's just Drew. Not long for this world, and there's a second gains. It's a little bit more of a chaotic one, but they recover pretty well.
Yeah, another A-site conundrum there, and it's solved by Timberman. Now they get the easier round to take care of. Should be only this Deagle bought over from Gonzo. Actually, Andrew gets one of his own as well. And good stuff to see Timbermen reroute themselves early on here. You know, losing a game in that fashion on Nuke is just so damaging, you know, for the mental. It's just so difficult to climb yourselves out of that, knowing that you were so close to getting that map 1-0 map streak started. But now they're trying to right their wrongs. They're on a more comfortable map now. And round number 3 should be dealt with momentarily. Snav with 3 in the round. And the buys should be out from BHOP. I think the AWP is available for Andrew. 30 kills on that map of Nuke, closing it out in the 1v1 as well. Huge stuff from the AWP on this squad, and we need to see more from him if they want to stay within this.
Yeah, he's kind of the one that was doing all that heavy lifting, though, right? I mean, he pushed the 30, like you said. He was the one player, you know, got the ace where everybody else had USPs. So definitely have to watch Andrew this round. Drew going to get a bit of a scout here with the sound cues. Penguin going to play the high ground, tries to see if he can catch anybody off guard, but they've already made it across. Good nade that could land. It doesn't pretty big amount of damage here against Shane. He's already down to 54. That's a tough pill to swallow here for Timbermen. They haven't really gained too much on this. I mean, they're going to be grouping up in the side stairs. Well, they are running into a bit of a full rotate coming here from BHOP. Look at all the CTs that are here. Oh, look at this now. I mean, they're just trying to fight this out. And there it is. Timberman again, showing that comfortability a little bit. Gets themselves 2. And having the CTs happening to push back all the way. Andrew playing all the way back in CT, hoping for the cross. I don't know if he's going to get gifted this, though.
They should be aware that this sliver gap is still open. Somehow, some way. Oh, well,
nope,
I see that.
I go right
Frankie,
into it.
goes head first. They don't have the smokes up. And now they're going to just play the waiting game. All 3 CTs are here at this point. They still don't have a smoke, and they're trying to flash their way through. But the bomb gets dropped. Dare on 15 and Shane on 54. The smoke that's kicked up by that nade allows them to cross. But now is a mountain of a retake to hold on to now if you're Timberman.
Yeah, that's good mollies that were getting thrown here, especially from the CT side, but even Shane throws a bit of a counter one, just allowing in that bomb to get down. Man, they're low. They're so low. 15 here for Shane now, or it's 15 left for here Darren. He has to pop off. He has to get multi-kills, and that's not going to be in the deck of cards at all. That's going to be Gonzo with a double. We do see BHOP picking up their first round in this first half.
Yeah, well done. And, you know, for Timberman, I didn't necessarily feel like that round should have been as close as it was. I mean, you saw that they get their 2 opening kills at that point, and then there's a bit of indecision as to where they want to go next. And they just don't deploy that smoke in the best position. They're unaware that the sliver gap is open, and they get punished for it. Andrew capitalizes, and that 1 kill just slows everything down. Guns back out. Dare's got the AWP whipped out. And it's this early ramp control. Frankie looking at back yellow for something, but nothing's being offered up. Instead, BHOP opt for the crane side of ramp to be their port of call.
Good flash comes in for Gonzo. He tries to get a little bit aggressive with it. Good mixture that we see from BHOP. I like this. And going to re-smoke things off a little bit more on towards the sandbag. So now kind of ensuring no further aggression can come in here without the cost of running through the smoke. But Timberman's still going to press on. Try to hit this site if they can. They're grouped up for this. This is going to just be a bit of a dry pop possibly. A lot of utility being used here from BHOP. I don't mind this by Gonzo. He's putting himself in a bit of a tough situation though. Needs to be able to win these duels, and there's Frankie has the better angle. Yeah, that's a good angle.
And now you've got an opportunity to scramble onto the site. The smoke is wonderful from Andrew. Stalls things out yet again. They're primed and ready for a set piece, but they won't have a side hull prong to deal with. Andrew gets a kill through the smoke as Frankie's trying to phase it. And that primes Drew as well. Through the smoke, Drew gets another. Even though Shane pulls things back, how do you get this bomb down? You've got to fight your way tooth and nail. Dare is primed and ready. He's potential for another one. Can't get it done. Into the 1v1, and Shane with a beautiful little burst. How does he pull that one off? That's an unlikely round there to convert for Timberman.
I don't even get it. And I mean, that looked like a round where BHOP had that in pretty much decent control, and then it just kind of falls on its head. And just like that, Shane's going to come up with the 1v2 clutch to bring in a 4-1 lead. And like we talked about, I mean, this is a big difference here between a team that's played this pretty much 9 times versus 1. And I mean, a pretty substantial amount of time away from, you know, that we see from BHOP playing this. So on paper, not the easiest situation for them. And for Timberman, I mean, this is a, you know, a T side that they do like to play. Well, that's for sure. It's definitely pretty close. And now Andrew with the op again. He's just going to be the Lone Ranger here with the strongest weapon. But they're just going to allow Timberman to have a lot of control. And look at this rotates. They're trying to gamble this and kind of playing this more together as a unit. I actually kind of like this.
Yeah, I mean, with the weaponry that you have at this point, maybe you play bait and switch for Andrew to get set up for the trades. But it's just Shane here on this B lurk, trying to sell something. But there's absolutely no possibility for anything to be heard. I think that's Dare hitting a collateral there onto both Feral and Gonzo. And Dare closes things out as well. Shane's B-Lurk doesn't matter at that point. And Timbermen get their 5th round on the board through some heroics from Dare.
Well, right back at it. Round number 7 here, BHOP. Gonna get those guns ready to go. Another crack for, but no op, of course. Op here for Dare. And I mean, this has been the exciting, matchup, right? We talked a lot about Andrew and Dare kind of being those 2 AWPers. Especially Dare, when he can get moving pretty quickly. He can be a force to reckon with. Andrew, though, does find a first good entry, but gets traded out pretty quickly. Penguin now going to be mixing up the positioning a little bit, playing a lot more aggressive. This is a good position, but I think Shane, you can see on the X-ray, it almost looked like he was expecting this, but switches his angle. It's going to be a bit of a flick of the wrist here for Penguin. I mean, he's kind of looking on the right-hand side, not expecting Shane. Okay, there it is. That is a quick flick.
That's a great readjustment. It's such a hard shot to convert. Gets the team the man advantage. And now Timbermen, you got to look to what kind of parts of the map they have. Kel opens up mid, and Frankie's ready to prime in Crane. How aware is Gonzo that they're this far up? I mean, Frankie is selling so much at this point. He's got 2 players just trying to deal with him. But Timbermen are not pouncing. They're not actually trying to vie for any map control elsewhere. It allows for Penguin to push down the B stairs. And it gathers so much information for BHOP. I mean, he's in a round-winning position here.
Yeah, but his angle's a little bit wrong, though, right? Because both players went left and right. A top position. I mean, he does take down Kel low. Now it's all about Drew finding multi-kills. Takes down Frankie. That's a fully blind kill, too. He just went for the spray. And now it's just leaving Drew by himself, and that's going to be the op of Dare. There it is. That's a dagger, and there we go. 6-1. Timbermen are not messing around for map number 2.
BHOP have had a couple rounds now where they've got the right read, they've got the players in the right position, but they just cannot convert the kills. The individuals of Timbermen are stepping up. Dare with some impact frags on that AWP. And Frankie as well, selling some of these lurks to a T. 6-1 reads the scoreline, but man, could it have been much closer of an affair this early on in the half. Timbermen are running away with some of these swing rounds.
Only a flash and a smoke here, too, for BHOP to kind of work with. Maybe to see some kind of a quick little pop. Gonzo playing a bit of an angle. Frankie waiting for it, though. But this is a stack towards the B site, right? I mean, this is a 1-4. Putting a lot here for Gonzo. If he's gone, I mean, this is this can be a free site. They don't know that, of course, but good utility being burned here. Lands onto him. Oh, man, that is a thick one. And there we go. Frankie's able to find an easy kill. So now they're going to be able to get the site, and this thing's going to be over quick.
And it's the stack doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. Shane cleans things up. You got to give credit to Frankie. Some awesome protocols there. Throws the molly into the back of side hall, which locks in the player into side hall. So he has to take the duel right in front of him. And that gives a nice little alley-oop with the nade. The AK bullets to follow through. And that's a player that has gone through his paces on side hall. He definitely knows how to deal with that position. And he's been a huge reason why Timbermen are ahead 7-1 at this point. 9-3 now. Finally some aggression from Andrew. He's got a lot of players close up to him, and he can only manage the one before dying. They do manage to stop the bleeding in some senses, with Gonzo being able to live, but they're actually just going to straight try and discombobulate him here in pocket. Does manage to evade the spam, but slowly things decide to change up for the Timbermen. They're opting in for the B play. They don't want to deal with ramp. After showing that much presence, perhaps there is nobody on the B site, and they're making the right read here, Laz.
No, they really are. They're just kind of toying with them right now, aren't they? And now they're going to be able to get into the site. Now the rotates are coming back in. You can see that BHOP, they're like, okay, I think the jig's up. I don't think they're coming this way, but now it might be too late. The nade's already flying in. Players have made it into the site. Snab already finding a duel. Oh, this is just looking worse for wear as we keep going. I mean, now the CTs again just trying to rely on retake situations, but doesn't even matter. Look left, look right, you're dead. And now Timbermen, unless we see something big from Gonzo, it could be an 8th, but no way. It's going to be Timbermen. They have now secured this first half. And right back at it, BHOP are in such a blunder of a money spot.
Oh, this Timberman squad is mad. I mean, after losing 16-14, they've bottled up that anger and they're using it for good. 8-1 up now, Timberman, and it doesn't feel like there's any stopping them. Ancient looms. And sure, you know, BHOP have shown some good signs, but, you know, if these individuals are still this red hot, who knows? They're being a little bit more passive this time around into the eco. Waiting for some of his players to take mid together. That nade's gonna completely discombobulate Andrew. He goes down. Frankie gets another one on ramp. And this round should be dealt with pretty easily here from the Timbermen.
No, it definitely should. I mean, there's only, you know, these are just pistols. And again, the smoke here for the CTs. They're getting spread thin right now. Even though, you know, the push from Gonzo just trying to find anything, getting desperate. But look at Timbermen, like they are just steps ahead. And like you said, I mean, I think that frustration from, you know, map 1 that should have been theirs, they're really taking them out right now on Vertigo. This is kind of what we were thinking would have happened, and, you know, if, you know, this went to a second map, but I think we're starting to see that scoreline getting a lot bigger, just all things considered, what happened at that nuke on map 1.
And this is the kind of performance that we were expecting from Timbermen throughout the season, you know, against Fluffy Aimers, against Mythic. But we weren't able to see that from them. Losing close 3 map affairs to both of those squads. Playoff contending team fighting for their first win here at ECL. And against a BHOP side that have shown some determination. They've shown some grit. And now they're trying to find a way back into this one. Look at Frankie, man. He's contacted his way all the way up, bypassing Gonzo, but Drew's aware. Punishes that A-lurk, and finally things are starting to go into the favor of the CTs. Andrew gets one back in mid, and this 5v3 has to be converted.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose anybody else. A good molly now that's going to be put on the sidewalk, so this is going to make things a little bit harder right now for Timbermen to take advantage of this. Flash comes in, Andrew does actually use it, but Dare gets the better of him. It doesn't even look like he's blind. The timing, it just wasn't well. I mean, you could see the flash was a little bit too slow. Dare gets that first one, so now that the AWP is starting to get a little bit maybe more activated for this one. It's still 3-on-4. 2 players close on by. Penguin holding a tight angle. He's still not able to win that fight at all. So now we're back to an equal situation, but now this thing is just back and forth. CT's on the ramp, bomb getting planted. Look at the CTs though, Paladin. They're now going to be grouped together. 2 players from the T, they're grouped up. This is going to be just a duo fight.
And they just smoke off side hall. They just want to completely change their position. But it's not planted for them. It's not planted for them, and Gonzo's on the bomb. He's sticking it, and Dare is unaware. BHOP, in a 4v2 situation, nearly dropped the ball, and it comes down to a stick from Drew. He isn't even able to hold on to that weapon. Man, it was close. But Timbermen, I mean, that's the best case scenario in a lost round. Look at all the reinvestments that have to come in through BHOP. It's 2 MP9s, no off for Andrew, and a chance for Timbermen to go on to double digits and just completely run away with this half. You've got to really say that should never be that close at that point in a 4v2 like that.
Yeah, I really shouldn't, but I mean, again, the fact that BHOP were able to get, I mean, call it a ninja. I don't even know what you want to call that, I guess, right? I mean, the fact they're able to get that diffused to get themselves a little bit back in this game, something they needed.
Oh, no.
Penguin is just, he just looks uncomfortable. He doesn't know what he's supposed to do. You can see he was like changing his position. Do I go here? Do I go there? I have no idea. And then he's gone.
Yeah, didn't completely clear his corners. Snav was waiting to pounce, and as soon as those MP9 bullets ring off, primes him completely into that fight. Drew is set up in bottom of A ramp, and another mistiming there from Drew, trying to fall back, gets punished by Snav again. primes them into this A play. All the guns and money poured into this round just being seeped away. Dare gets another. Feral left up in a 1v5. And he gets nothing. 1 kill and that's it. Look at the money. It has just been snapped, Blaz. It is, I mean, yeah, call your timeouts because this is getting ugly.
This is really ugly too. I mean, this is looking really good for Timbermen. I mean, they're sitting pretty with money. I mean, we're talking, 13.5 on Dare. You're talking about 11K on Kel. And then we're going to the other side. I mean, BHOP, they can't even crack, like pretty much the low 3,000s. The only one is Feral with 37. But yeah, this timeout's important. They need to figure out how to stem the bleeding here. This is just becoming an issue. Timbermen are making a statement here on Vertigo. I mean, if they can get themselves, 11-4, 13-2, man, this thing can be over quick.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to even just look at the kill distribution. I mean, 4 players on BHOP side just have enough kills to have more than Dare altogether. And that really tells everything, that frankly, right now, they're just not getting enough kills. Like, even if they have the reads, you've seen time and time again, executes coming onto these bomb sites, and you have 3 players there waiting in open arms, and they just can't win the duels. It feels like Timbermen are in the right place at the right time, and they're able to win with that peeker's advantage. It's working out wonderfully for them, and they're carrying that momentum, and they're running with it. This BHOP side looks just frazzled, to say the least.
Well, I was, making the comment here a little bit on map 1 that Timbermen, the gas tank was empty and it just it fell flat, but
they went for refuel last.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, they sure did. They put some premium gas in there, I guess, because man, this has just been a fast map too. And D goes once again here for BHOP. Penguin gonna try to again re-aggress on the stairs. Snav already finding the first opener. Okay, yeah, he's just getting multis.
I mean, he's just walking out mid, man. I mean, it's nothing special. He's just winning up duels. Like, it's crazy.
Desperate times, desperate measures, I guess, here for BHOP. Yeah, and especially being down this many players now. Nothing to gain from, no trades. They are in a tough spot. Penguin does actually find that one here that was from stairs, so that's a nice pickup. That's actually the bomb too. Almost able to find that second. Okay, well, Frankie gets low, but still gets the job done.
That's a nice kill though. You're able to retrieve the AK, but Kel just hits a Kobe from downtown, and Dare shuts things out. 11 rounds secured for the Timbermen. One more buy left in the tank for BHOP. They've got to get these 2 rounds, or I mean, even if they get these 2 rounds, it's going to be pretty meek of a T side that they're going to have to haul their ass into. But now, I mean, things get nightmarish real quick. Andrew gets the NWP, but it's glass cannon, Laz.
Well, we'll have to see. Definitely can be doable. I mean, Andrew has been able to put up some good numbers, but this map's been a bit shy of it. And even Timbermen now grouped up again, the 4-1 split. It's worked out well. It's paid wonders here. So now I'm going to be kind of, that lurk, and everybody else going to be grouped up together, ready to go on this. Ready to bunch up onto the site. And I like this double player push now that's coming in from BHOP. This is important because now this is not only just information, but now they can press in on this. They might be able to, make a bit of a BHOP sandwich.
Yeah, and it comes down to Frankie to pull things back, but Penguin activates. They shut down Snav, and it forces them into this A play. They've got to get more ramp control if they want to stay in this round. But look at this. BHOP actually, after getting that kill, completely evacuate things. Shane can't clear any of this flank out, and they have to shave so much time off the clock trying to deal with their backs. Frankie hasn't been able to get any frags moving forward into ramp. And maybe that changes with that Molotov. No players in sandbags. So now it's 45 seconds left on the clock. Timbermen are scratching their heads, wondering where the hell they could go. Maybe it is just this A play. I don't think they have any other choice here, Laz.
No, they really don't. They either have to fight forward or they're going to have to fight backwards here, but they only got 30 seconds, so they got to start moving quick here. Molly's going to be placed. The smoke wall's now coming in. Gonzo playing a bit of an off angle, but man. Shane gets the better of him. Shane with 2! Oh, no. Okay, Timbermen. They're winning these firefights. Nothing. There's no reply. BHOP. They're dead in the water. They can't find a kill at all. Look at the two players. They're low. 5 and 8. Desperate for a spam on the ball planner, and they still can't even find it. And now it's Andrew by himself. A 1-on-3, an op, and he's out of here. He is not even going to entertain this. And I don't know how it happens, Paladin, but Timbermen, they come in guns blazing and they just take a 12th like that.
4 players on the A bomb site with another player rotating from mid. You nearly had the entire team on that one bomb site. And yet still, this time it's Shane. Shane with 1 kill, which honestly I wasn't even expecting him to get 1, but the second as well, the instant headshot onto that trading player. And then another kill through the smoke. That's just disgusting, filthy stuff from Shane there. And Timbermen got themselves a 12th. Andrew, man, I mean, this guy cannot catch a break at this point. Sure, he can upgrade with a vest, but, I mean, even if they get this 3rd round here, lads, I don't think this is looking pretty by any stretch of the imagination for BHOP.
Last row of the first half we go, and we have to see what BHOP can do. I mean, this is now a moment where they have to find themselves a 3rd, something to bring themselves in this second half. And look at this, they're already creeping through, not making a peep. Penguin playing right behind Wood, and again, now we can even see Timbermen. They're going to group up, double stack coming in. This is what they've been successful with before. Oh, man. Are they going to find him? That's a good pickup from Penguin, but it's only a 1 and done. But now, the bomb's going to make its way into this B site. They're going to be able to push through. The smoke's blocking it off.
Ooh.
But the CTs are going to get spammed through a little bit with some good damage, and Kel's already down to 9.
Tough round to get yourselves out of, even for Timbermen in this scenario, but we've seen them do it before. Finally, Dare goes down through the smoke. And 37 HP among the last 2 Timbermen players, trying to scrap together another round. Snap does get 1, but there's Gonzo with the MP9. Andrew chimes in at the last moment. 3 rounds the CT campaign reads for BHOP. Is it enough for them to claw themselves back into this, or are we heading to Ancient? We'll find out after the short break.
Well, after a dominant performance, Timbermen now put themselves in a 12-3 lead here on map number 2. Laz and Paladin to figure out if they can keep this streak alive and push things over to the swampy waters of Ancient.
It's competitive. I mean, in terms of the series score, which we'll read 1-1 shortly. Unless BHOP can put a stop to it, they're going to try to do a very similar strategy to that of Timbermen on their T side. Charging up the A ramp, throwing a cross smoke, trying to get the bomb down. And there'll be another 5v5 retake on this A bomb site. We saw how ugly it got for the CTs in that first half. Let's see if we can write a different story heading into this second half.
Yeah, I mean, bomb's already down too. So again, this kits, there was one kit. I shouldn't say kits. It's only one, but okay, it's gone. All right, there is no kits anymore. Okay, and BHOP now, they're able to pick up some kills. And they are just going to hold it, and this is a good position for Gonzo. He's just kind of utilizing the sandbag, but he finally gets caught. But Dare, it's a risky one, and there's a knife even for insult to injury. Okay, BHOP, they're going to make a statement, though, for that second pistol in this game.
Yeah, I think they were trying to stick the bomb and throw caution to the wind, but Farrell's wise to the tricks. He's got his knife out, his skeleton knife, just stabs away at Dare, and gets a nice cash injection in his back pocket. Timbermen will not force buy into this one. They'll give over the 5th. And these MAC-10s should amass quite the large sum. They'll run it up a ramp as well. They'll spread out. Offer themselves quite a quick number of kills. And we'll have the guns out heading into run number 18 to see if BHOP can continue this clawback.
We are running into a bit of a stack, though, so the USPs, no, it's not going to be much. It's going to be 2. That's not bad, though, for Timbermen. Again, there's not really anything invested, right? So 2 kills is better than none, but here we go. Round 18, a moment of destiny, we'll say. BHOP still kind of have a bit of a mixed buy, right? I mean, this is kind of the, the bonus, if we want to call it, with the MAC-10s. Definitely expect to see Gonzo and Andrew kind of leading this this entry point to see what they can find.
Yeah, I definitely want to see something a little bit more up-tempo here. I mean, with the amount of deficit of rounds that they're at right now, I don't like that they go for the bonus, but, Gonzo's MAC-10 just gets ripped to shreds, and Dare is on a rampage. He just goes flying outside hull, picks himself up 2 kills. The A ramp pressure is completely neutered. And now BHOP have got nowhere to turn. Dare should have a free kill here, working in tandem with Snav. The bomb is dropped on bridge. And I don't think there's going to be a way for... Oh, I say that. Andrew to get out, and he actually does find a way. Farrell does get an opening pick onto mid, but it's traded immediately out by Kel. And this last-ditch effort on this B bomb site is everything for BHOP. But I don't even think they'll be able to get a bomb down here.
No, and even the mollies were trying to get, a little bit more ground for them to get that bomb down. But now Andrew's 10 HP in a dream. No, not going to happen at all. Timbermen picked this up. The cost of Shane. They'll live with that one, and there we go. I mean, there is a chance that we can definitely see these guns coming back in. Maybe Gonzo just kind of forces up with something else. I mean, this is a tough one. I mean, I think they kind of have to. I mean, the scoreline's just too big of a gap. I think they have to go for it, and they are going to commit to that. Andrew is going to put the AWP on the board, Paladin. I mean, man, this guy will not let go of it. He wants that off anytime he can get it.
I mean, we've seen the impact that he's able to produce, right? So I don't blame him after that new performance. Didn't have that level of impact on his CT side of Vertigo, but granted, I don't think anybody did with how much of a steamroll that T side was from Timbermen. And Frankie starts the proceedings off with a dink to his head, but shuts down Gonzo. And now it's Shane's turn to fend off the B invaders. And Penguin's got himself boosted up, but a nice flash potentially could have caught Penguin off guard. He does land a couple bullets. The Penguin's into the site. He's got another player in Drew to watch through, and he gets the spam down as well. Dare, Snap, Frankie, all left up in it. The mid prong is dead. The rest of the T side resides in this B bomb site. How do they deal with this?
Oh, look at the positioning from Andrew. He just, the smoke dissipates, and then the 3 CTs just looking right at him. And now Drew, somebody that has got, you know, some big kills on this, he needs to be able to find multi. So he is able to find the first. The bomb's already starting to get defused. They're going to commit in this smoke. Does catch a little bit on it, but there's Snav, a nice little Tamperino, and there we go. It's cooked up a 14th. And Timbermen are only 2 away.
He had the kit right in front of him and still had the 10-second defuse. He just stuck it. And it works out. Tough clutch for that to be converted. And, you know, even in that retake, man, you look at how Timbermen want to go about that. They don't wait around. As soon as the smokes fade, they're charging in. Dare doesn't let Andrew get comfortable. He can't get the op whipped out, and they suffer because of it. And they put all their eggs into that basket, Laz. 5 rounds now. Still on the board, and they've got to take an eco. Give away 15 rounds potentially to the Timbermen. I say that Drew gets the better of Dare. He does get to overrun him, and he does get to recover the AWP. So perhaps something for Andrew to work with here.
Well, we did see that before in map number 1. We thought the Tech 9s and, you know, some light pistols might not be enough, and we were proven wrong, or I was at least. But BHOP. Do you have that 4 and 4? Andrew catches the nade. Look at that 2 HP. That literally hit him right in the teeth. The guy's got 2 teeth remaining. Drew's able to find another one with the Tech 9. These M4s, they just can't seem to figure it out. But Andrew being so low, I mean, you can breathe on the guy and he's going to tip over.
Absolutely. But, you know, you've heard of Bogdan's Law. Still in effect. And there's still an opportunity for Andrew to get a kill here. And that could be enough to potentially get him a bomb plant. Try to turn the tides of this behemoth of a comeback that they need to provide.
Oh, they're hunting Snap too.
Spotted, but, oh, Penguin on the drop down. Can't convert, even though Gon's able to, but that's the nade.
It's not gonna get the kill, but okay, never mind. It is gonna get the kill. I thought it was further away. I thought it wasn't gonna hit him. I thought he was gonna get lucky not to get caught with that, but I guess he was just too low. Like I said, breathe on the guy. He's falling down. Gonzo with the spray, and there it is. Okay, that's gonna be the triple. Op picked up 2, and BHOP, they survive just barely with an awkward bye.
Oh my god, they smoke up Sidle. They're not aware of how quick Gonzo is off of into that crane side fight. And it just overwhelms and they line up. What an unlikely round for BHOP to get on the board, and look at what it does to the money of Timbermen. A1S on Snav, MP9 on Shane, sure, but 3 Deagles to back them up here. Oh, I'm reeling from that one, Les.
Man, that was... I think that was a little bit of a miscommunication too, because I think that he thought he was on scaffolding on the side there, right? And then he just popped up from ramp and was able to find both of them lined up. That couldn't have been better timing. Otherwise, I mean, he's a dead man. And with that win, I mean, look at what this has put them in now. Snav is the one with the M4 and MP9, and then kind of Deagles to complement that, but I don't even know if it's much of a compliment. It's something with it. And this puts BHOP in a good spot here that they might be able to climb back a couple rounds. And they slow it right down. They hit the brakes. They ain't messing around. They're not going to over-exert themselves to this.
Yeah, I don't think they know what buy is left in store, perhaps considering that it is still another buy round. And so they group up as 5, try to take this ramp control. It's only Frankie here to greet them. And he isn't able to even get a shot off. Drew rips his head off. And they'll just go charging up the ramp. They should be able to get a bomb plant, no problem. And if I'm Timberman, I'm saving. I don't even want to have any hand in this.
No, I think I agree with you. I think there's no point for it, right? I mean, there's armor here. There's some utility. There's some guns. It's just not worth it. And you can already see, I think Shane's already kind of, you know, just said, yeah, no, I don't want to do this. They all now have realized and got the memo. There we go. BHOP picked up a 7th. And this slow climb back is, it's making its way, but I mean, it's a tough road, right? I mean, this is not an easy one. This is where Timbermen are very comfortable. They have a strong lead on this map, strong win percentage. Definitely not easy. All
comebacks have to start somewhere, Laz. And No matter how ugly it might seem, they're going to have to try and fight to see if they can get the 2-0. Of course, they still have some good proficiency on that decider, but with how clean Timbermen have kept it here, seemingly, of course, it would be a travesty to go into Ancient with all that momentum in the CT's favor, you know?
Oh, it really would. But again, another save and just preserving these guns, and we can see it here from BHOP. They're just playing it really cautious, and I like this. I mean, they're not kind of, again, just playing too aggressive. They're not, just rushing in. They know they have the better guns. I mean, that's a dangerous thing, too, because if they get too close, a little bit careless, they might get caught against these pistol crosshairs.
Whew. Penguin gets a
Nice
heater.
one. And there we go, some deagles here from Kel. He's trying something, and there he is. That's a first shot, but it's not more than that. Now they get themselves in the sight. The bomb's finally making its way. The CTs are going for a rotate. I'm not sure if Gonzo would have been able to hear that. I think it's a bit too far away, but there it is. There's the plant. I mean, this is now about if Timberman can maybe find a gun, find a consolation kill, maybe. I don't know.
Or you can just save the vest again. It wouldn't be the worst decision to make. But they're looking in. They're trying to see if they can find anything, take some guns away. But, I mean, frankly, at this point, they're going to have to win 2 buy rounds. There's no way around it. No matter what kind of damage they do here, it shouldn't be too bad. Frankie will get one on the USP. Penguin fends off Dare long enough. But BHOP get themselves the 8th. Dare should potentially... Okay, actually say that. He will not be able to get the AWP out in this one. Should be able to get out the rifle. But Timberman looking to shut it out right here, right now.
Yeah, this is the round to do it. I mean, this is where they have the full guns back in. Double saves over. No more messing around. But I guess now the question for me is going to be, whether we see Timberman playing aggressive like we saw them before. We saw them pushing, down towards down the ramp. And then we even saw them, even at times fighting, for B main control. So it's always a tough one because this is a team that will get in your face. And that's what was working for them. I mean, they were just fragging out. And it makes me wonder, again, did the gas tank empty too early? We talked about it got charged, but this is what happened on map 1. They had the big lead, and then they just let it slip under them.
Ooh, Snav gets caught out even though he gets 1. Sure, the AWP of Andrew goes down, but huge holes in the defense on that A-bomb site, and Timbermen are scrambling to fill it up. Frankie is the first point of contact now in this second wave. And avoiding the flashbangs well enough. Great little lineup there for him. I don't know how he gets away with 2. Suddenly, we're into this man advantage situation for the Timbermen, and I don't know how they get this bomb down with Frankie still alive inside hole.
Yeah, this is a weird position because look at Kel. You can see both of them are grouped up together. I mean, Frankie's getting a little bit more, adventurous. Maybe get to peek something out. Head's given away. Farrell trying to get the shot, but Drew, if he can get this timing, this could be everything. Oh, I can't believe he still found that kill. So now Drew, he has to be able to win this duel, and he does. It's a one-on-one, but it's going to be Kel that comes up better. Just barely. And I mean, that round alone, honestly, that was Frankie all the way. I mean, playing the most weird and unorthodox spot, playing on top of the sight box like that. I mean, players from left and right, and somehow he was still able to find the double to put them on map point. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, and he had that round-winning position playing inside hall and staying alive there. It allows for the players on the A site to get the trades effectively in, and sure, it gets close, but Kel works things out. Another opportunity now, basically 7 map points for Timberman to close it out here in regulation. Shane does get his bell rung early, down at 39 HP. But Dare is here to help him in case he wants a trade. I think he's calling for a flash potentially here. Oh, actually, I scratched it. He's just dropping utility. But, I mean, look at how B-centered this defense is from the Timbermen. You've got 2 players on the side, and they're trying to retake mid, but Farrell gets one back. And I don't think he was aware that Penguin was stored up in Cubby. Shane gets another one, but this 3v4, it's tough to dig yourselves out of. And think about the money, man. It's not looking good, and only 2 rifles stay up now.
Yeah, and that was good patience from Drew as well, just kind of holding the position. Waits for that cross, and now they put themselves in a great position with the 4-on-2. Now Frankie getting desperate, trying to equalize things back, able to find that duel, so that's the lurk. Now the T's are making their way into this site. Snav may be able to read this. Nope, just kidding. It's not. It's Gonzo. Frankie now 1-on-3. Able to put up some big numbers here for this team, but it's just no way that's going to happen. And BHOP will stay alive with a 9th secured. We need 6 to push in overtime.
It's getting closer. It's getting tighter. And I think we're going to have another close finish here on Vertigo too. Another save from Timbermen. And I think we're looking at BHOP getting double digits. But man, I just cannot believe it.
Oh, I mean, I feel like I've said it before, but it's like they come in hot. The order's ready to go, and they just kind of leave it on the table, and it cools off, right? And this isn't the round to show it. I'm clearly not, but I mean, this whole game and this whole BO3, that's kind of been the tail here for Timbermen. They had a good leads. They started things off so great, and then it's gone.
I've got to dig deep, man. They've got to find that one round. To lose both maps potentially in heartbreaking fashion would just completely dumpster the confidence of this roster. Whatever this core is trying to hang on by a thread could just collapse in front of them. Of course, it's not all done yet. There's still quite a ways to go for BHOP. But imagine the scenes if things collapse again.
Nice kill coming in too. So now just Snav USP getting burned alive. Down to 2. Oh man, I don't even know how he's still alive from that, but okay. What is the play, Mr. Snav? But money going to be on the board here, or should be on the board for Timbermen. If BL pick this round up, Paladin, I mean, I don't know. This could really change things around. And this is where BHOP thrived on map 1, right? I mean, you could see the momentum. They hopped on that boat, and they were just full speed ahead.
And again, 0 timeouts being called from Timbermen. I mean,
Yeah,
they
like
did
none.
call one back-to-back off of BHOP's timeout, but that didn't necessarily feel like it was to stop any sort of momentum, right? So no attempts at trying to stop the momentum building from BHOP. And they'll have guns out here trying to shut things down here and now. They'll only have a couple of buys to do this.
But if they can pick up this one, I mean, again, keeps them alive in this game, and it can make things a little bit more worse for wear here for Timbermen. And right now, the op's ready to go. Here from BHOP. Waiting things out a little bit more slow on this, right, Paladin? I mean, they're not even really pressing forward. They're kind of playing this a lot more patient. I think both teams know there's a lot at stake for this.
Yeah, for BHOP, you know, staying alive, bringing Timbermen back down to an eco. Farrell gets one out in mid. And look at the reaction. Snav and Dare immediately jumping to try to and plug that gap. And that leaves Frankie on an island. Gonzo punishes him. But there goes Dare, making it even once more. 3v3. What do BHOP do here? They throw cross smokes. They try to get the bomb down here. And it's up to Timbermen. They drop the bomb. I mean, that's huge. Man advantage and potential to close things out right here, right now.
Yeah, down to 2 players remaining here for BHOP. And again, look at Drew. He's down to 10. Oh, it's all down to him now. 10 HP in a clutch situation. This is just to keep themselves moving into this, and that's not going to be it at all. Timbermen have been able to solidify this map with a 16-10. And now we're going the full distance. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it, but I can't believe it at the same time. I was starting to become a little bit of a believer here, Paladin.
It was labored. It was ugly at that second half, but they got it done. They managed to pull it over the line, And now Timbermen have got eyeing themselves up a third map of Ancient. Feeling good about this one. I mean, again, harkening back to the pregame desk that we